Oh my God!
What is going on, guys? I'm Dallas46 with Intrig Airsoft, and today we're joined by Miss Leah. Oh, damn it! See, I almost wanted to call you Spartan Leah, but we'll talk about that. Miss Leah Maddox, the Airsoft Unicorn, and if you guys don't know,
there's no more Spartan.
Right, and Mr. Jet, the Desert Fox, as well. So thanks for giving me your time, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem.
Got nothing to do on Wednesday.
Except edit videos.
Except edit videos and then edit more videos. But it's cool.
It's cool because you're a pal.
Yes.
We're like this.
Yes. We are like this. Like the greatest.
Yeah. Got much love for Dials.
Yes. Big time.
Right on. Well, I tell you what, guys. I've got tons of questions for both of you.
Okay.
Awesome stuff we're going to get into tonight, but let's go ahead and just kind of clear the air a little bit.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah, I did that too. I had my YouTube streaming in the background. I had to turn it down.
Oh no, it says an error.
That's on our end, I think.
Oh.
Just
refresh
refresh
the problem.
We all good?
Computer refresh.
I don't know.
No, we're trying to keep up with the
YouTube, and I don't know how to use it.
Videos and then edit more videos. But it's cool.
Sorry. Okay, my bad. Let's go.
I just muted mine so I can still see the comments.
Yeah.
Anyhow, all right. Before we get into all the awesomeness tonight, everything I want to ask you guys, everything we're going to talk about, let's go ahead and clear the air and kind of talk about you guys, Miss Leah and Mr. Jet. What's going on, man? I see you guys are spending a little bit of time together lately. What's going on? What's that all about?
Well, it's not a little bit of time. It's every waking moment of both of our lives.
Eddie love.
No, we're gonna make this completely official on your channel. So exclusive information for this is some TMZ Airsoft stuff.
Right.
So to make it official, everybody in the Airsoft universe, yes, Leah and I are together. We are a couple.
Oh my God!
And
that's awesome.
Also, yeah.
Mm-hmm. We live at the field.
Also, Leah's pregnant.
No! No.
All right. That part's not true, guys. That part's not true. I promise.
No.
So yeah, man. You know, everybody kind of has maybe seen you guys hanging out at ops, driving around SoCal, hitting up the local field. But you know, if they didn't pick it up, I guess it's out there now. It's out there in stone. So there it is, guys.
I mean, we thought it was pretty obvious on Instagram and Facebook and such with us just posting each other a lot. And
right.
There's still comments and I don't know.
It wasn't obvious until like I moved here. I felt like, and then I felt like it was obvious, but people were still like, "Jet, are you together or not, bro?"
That was literally a question.
Let's get a little more detail into it. So, since it's out in the open now, when did you guys actually? I know you kind of kept it under wraps just to keep everything professional. Leah was at Spartan, Jet's doing his thing. You guys kind of wanted to just keep out all the potential BS, so you kind of kept it professional. How long were you guys actually together, though, before today?
Ooh,
yeah, you guys better answer.
No, I know.
This is a total girl question here.
This is what's bad is we don't know.
Oh, no. All right.
Let's really know.
Yeah,
like, we don't know an exact time of anything.
I will say here, we'll give you the loose breakdown as to how we met. So the breakdown of how we started talking to one another is I went to the SS Airsoft 4-year anniversary in Georgia, and she also went. Obviously, I was through my trip was through Elite Force, and hers was through Spartan because they're both dealers for both companies, and we just met. That was the first time we met each other in real life.
Mm-hmm.
We talked, kind of. I think I commented on something on Facebook, and then that was kind of it. But then we actually talked in person while at SS, and then after that, we just started talking more after the event was over, and we both went our separate ways.
I want to share this with everyone, though.
What are you going to share?
Just because some people I think are skeptical about you. I just want everybody to know that when I first talked to Jet, I thought he was a d-bag.
Mm-hmm.
But he's cool. I actually learned that he was really funny, and that's kind of what sold it for me. Because at first I thought that he was Mr. I don't know. I thought he took himself way too seriously.
Just a regular grown-ass man playing BB Wars. And there's nothing special going on here.
Then I learned that he's really just a nerd and funny.
Huge nerd.
Just like all of us, right? Just like all of us. Yeah, so I guess I found out whenever, what was it, Broken Home, when you guys, was that right? The one down there in Oklahoma you guys went to that dropped into KC? Yeah. Me and Leah go back. For you guys out there, me and Leah, when she was just a sales rep at Spartan, we always had a good time cutting it up on the phone, man. We always kind of clicked. So she's always been really cool with me. We kind of hit it off as friends right from the get-go. But she was going down to Broken Home, and it kind of came up that Jet and a couple other guys were flying in late. They had some flight problems. And then it turned out Leah's like, hey, Nigel, can Jet stay with us too? And I was like, okay, all right, I got it. I see where this is going. Okay. So there's been some Kansas City guys that kind of heard tell of that. Or if you guys didn't pick it up, if you watch my review on the Classic Army AK Krebs, how we're all in that video together in my basement filming, kind of weird. So yeah, there you go.
That's happened because Jet and Leah were dating at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, Dials has a huge G.I. Joe collection in his basement that I almost raided, but we didn't have enough space in the car.
Yeah, jam-packed.
Yeah, next time you come out, man, we'll get a 12 pack and we'll go.
Yeah. That's
gonna
happen. That'll actually probably happen soon since I'm from Kansas and we'll be flying into Kansas City at some point. So.
Right, yeah, that's the other thing, guys, that are watching out there. Leah's actually, what town is it in Kansas that you're originally from?
I'm from Cherryvale. It's a little tiny town. It's of 2,000 people. I had a whole 35 people in my graduating class. So.
Wow. Okay. Small town.
Yeah. We went there, and man. So she was like, yeah, my graduating class was 35 people, and Chris Bass and I were like, 35 people, that was like half of my first period in high school.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no kidding, man. And was that when you took the picture with the goats?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And that was not staged. That was a legitimate,
That's Cherryville, baby. That's how they roll.
Kansas, apparently...
Yeah, for everyone that's watching, that's when Jet met my parents, by the way, too. It was awesome.
That's good stuff, man. That whole story was good stuff. Awesome times. Good times. We got to do it again, for sure, man. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. That's out on the table. I've got all these questions cooked up. Now, originally, I planned on kind of interviewing you guys separately, but at last minute, we kind of decided to do the whole trifecta thing with both you guys as a couple together. So I'm just going to kind of re-narrate some of these questions and start shooting them at you. Guys ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Both of you guys, this is for both of you. What was your first airsoft gun? Your first airsoft gun, no matter if it was a Springer or whatever.
I'll just say my actual, my very first airsoft gun ever was a clear plastic Springer that was a handgun. After that, the next step up was those little mini AEGs.
Oh, that was a step up.
yeah, that was a step up because it was an automatic and it held more than rounds. Okay. So you could just spray the thing, and it was powered by 4 AAA batteries. That was a thing for a while, and then actual AEG was a classic Army M16A2.
It was not a Marui. It was not a Tokyo Marui.
No, it was not, because I was looking for full metal. Although the hop-up was broken, so my BBs were just going straight into the dirt.
Right. Miss Leah?
Mine is one of the guns I still have now, because I've only been playing for a year. The Classic Army UAC.
There you go. Great guns. Well, there you go. Both you guys, first guns, Classic Armies.
Yeah.
Match? Maybe Evan? I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right. So I guess this is kind of. I'll let you guys both kind of chime in on this one, but we've had this discussion with a couple guys here in Kansas City. Some other YouTubers, you guys know, like Kilroy there here in Kansas City, and a couple other local Midwest guys. What defines a professional airsoft, or what defines a pro athlete of any type of sport? What do you guys think the answer is to that question?
My definitive question, or my definitive answer, is if you are doing something professionally, then you're getting paid to do it. So I feel like everybody right now is just like an amateur airsoft player, because no one's really getting paid to do this sort of stuff. Are you gonna out me right now?
Right. Yes.
That's your answer. The second part. I'm speaking, for the general community.
In general, sure.
I think that's a good summation. Like, if you're getting paid to do something, then you're probably a professional.
You can say it.
Jet gets paid to play airsoft.
Right. So that's what we're getting at. Jet, I mean,
yeah.
You've had people pay you to come play airsoft, yeah?
They don't pay him. Well, you can answer it.
Okay, so this is total exclusive to
right, and feel free to shut me up. I know I'm kind of prying into your business here, but just answer whatever you like.
Honestly, some of the companies that I work with, one in particular, I won't say who, actually doesn't want to let it be known that I get paid by them to play airsoft, even though I feel like it would help get more people into the sport and actually help retain more players, because everyone's just like, well, I played airsoft at all the major events, I do this, like, now what is there to, like, there's nothing left to achieve, so they
the goal, right?
There's no end goal, so they just stop playing. So I'm kind of telling everyone right now, like, there is an end goal. You can be a professional airsofter. Like, literally, all I do is play airsoft, go to events, go to fields, edit video, and that's it. That is my job.
Now, you touch base on this more towards the end of summer. You're doing that cross-country seminar. Anyways, okay.
Cross-country
how to be an airsoft professional. Okay, so the definition of how to be a professional airsofter is getting paid. So, like, if I go to a field and somebody gives me $1, does that make me a pro?
See, this is what I'm kind of struggling with, because right now, as of September, I'm officially getting paid to play airsoft.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't consider myself a professional at all.
Right. And I just bring this up because there's no clear definition of it.
Right,
like Jeff said, I think
Airsoft League.
Yeah.
Professional airsofters of America.
There's no D1 airsoft league, or there's no governing body like FIFA saying, like, okay, this guy is a pro. Yeah.
Sure.
It'd be cool if we had it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, definitely. But the essence of being able to take it to that level, to, you know what I mean, be a professional, be a quote-unquote pro. I mean, I think if that was more out in the open, I agree with Jet on that one. I think that adds a level of coolness to the sport overall, I think. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. I get the, man, that's awesome, and then I get the, man, you're a huge nerd. Although I will say, for the guys that are like, you're a huge nerd, I'm always just like, that's cool, I'm a huge nerd, have fun at your 9 to 5, I'm going to go play airsoft now.
Right. Right on. All right, guys, more questions. Moving right along here. Let me see here. Jet and Leah, both your guys' YouTube have blown up this year. Jet, how long has your YouTube channel been going? How long have you had your Jet the Desert Fox YouTube project going consistently?
I've actually had the channel for a while. It wasn't until pretty much like a year ago, probably a year and maybe 3 months or so, that I was doing this that I actually was doing this on a more serious level. I mean, the channel has been there, but I didn't really think anything of it. And then about a year ago, I had a viral video go out, and that's what kind of propelled me into where I am now.
What video was it? Do you remember offhand?
Yeah, it's the hostage situation video.
Ah, okay. Not the one where you take the kid hostage at SC
Yeah,
Viper?
that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. That video went viral, and I remember I was at Broken Home 2 when that video was going viral. So I wasn't even around. I was in Oklahoma at Broken Home the whole time, and at that point, you know, whenever you have everyone, people who have small channels usually have the notifications on for, like, you know, when a new subscriber or someone comments, because you're just excited to get that feedback.
Right.
So I had two. Unfortunately, I gained 25,000 subscribers in a weekend, so my phone was just consistently, like, just notification. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Notification after notification. So I finally had to just turn it off. But the thing that got me to where I am now, that's keeping it steady, is that once I had that momentum, I just kept it by producing video after video. Like, as soon as I got home from Broken Home, I immediately began editing.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it seems like, you know, I'd always kind of heard tell of you, and I might have, you know how YouTube is when you're, you know, not talking about you now, but back then when it's a little bit smaller, kind of shuffling through, and I'd seen your name, but then overnight it was just like, and I was like, okay, so that's the thing. So it's weird how these things go viral. You know what I mean? There's no means to it. There's no clear answer. It just kind of happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. You just, like, I mean, when that happened and I made the video, I was like, this is going to be a cool video. It'll probably get a lot of views. I never would have expected it to get that big.
Yeah, I think most of the time it always happens unintentionally. Like, it just happens. I don't know.
It's that viral thing, man. I mean, if you could, you know, figure out how to go viral, you'd be a millionaire, you know? So
you just get hurt.
Right. Leah, yeah.
Hostage, get hurt. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No. Don't do that.
So as far as views, yeah, I actually had that written down. The leg injury, man, the E-tape bandage. How many views did that one get compared to your viral hostage video? Do you know offhand?
I think it just passed the hostage situation video. I think it's like number 2 on my most watched list at 400,000 in about 2 or 3 months, something like that. It's way up there in the amount of time that it's been up.
Nice. Let me ask you this real quick, Jet. Why did you put the E-tape on the skin as opposed? Did you put it around the skin itself or around the BDU? I can't remember what you did.
I put it around the skin. Honestly,
yeah.
I felt really stupid at that moment in time because everyone knows that I'm a hospital corpsman, and I didn't have a single bit of first aid nonsense on me whatsoever. I just had that tape. So the whole time I'm like, oh, I look like an idiot. I'm gonna tape my leg shut right now and then play Airsoft. Like, this is retarded.
How many stitches did it end up being?
8.
8. So not bad. I saw, when you went and looked at that stair, dude, that could have been a lot nastier than what it was.
Yeah. I mean,
it was like 2 under the skin and then 6 on top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Miss Leah, you got your the TheAirsoftUnicorn channel going now, looking good. I just actually, your latest video, man, is going really good. You made some really good points. I've watched it a couple times talking about SB199, our good old friend SB199.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So while we're on that topic, let's get into it, man. You know we had to go there. We're gonna have to touch base on it.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here, man? So it's going through, right? 2016. What do you think the options are? Where do we go from here?
Did it pass? Did we have confirmation?
It's okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. You guys are there.
It's as far as I know. Of course, I've been in the process of moving and all that stuff. But as far as I know, it's still sitting on the governor's desk. So we have 30 days. Once it gets to the governor's desk, it got there like the 31st. And it can either pass without his signature, that will take 30 days. So it would have to be the end of September before it would officially pass without his signature. He can sign it, and then it will go into law, but it won't go into law until 2016. Or he can veto it, and then it's gone.
Okay.
So that's what we've been really hounding on other airsofters, to just get him to veto the law. I'll be honest, for those of you right now, for those of you that are outside of California, it's honestly now that they amended it, it's probably not going to affect you as much, because the way that the law works, the way that the amendments work, is that they'll have to sell the guns with tape on the stock, the trigger guard, and either the mag or the pistol grip. So it'll have to have neon colors in 3 places, but those would just be taped on, and it would be something that you could remove.
And that's literally what the law calls it. It was something like adhesive bands or whatever, right? So yeah, tape. I mean, that's going to be okay.
Yeah, the bands are by law. It's only a 2-centimeter band, like in width.
And the law is itself, like, we're hoping that Governor Brown just looks at it and is like,
this won't do anything.
This is pointless and stupid, because it's basically saying you have to treat them like real firearms, you have to transport them like real firearms, etc., which we already do.
Right. Right.
So, like, the whole law itself honestly makes no sense. And so we're hoping that Governor Brown will look at it and be like, this doesn't make any sense, especially now that there have been stories out of people painting their barrels orange and painting their guns wacky colors just so police won't think that they're real guns.
Yeah, I've seen those stories come out. There's one in a couple around the country, and I feel bad, but as an airsofter, I'm kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean, kind of tongue-in-cheek type thing. But yeah,
like we told you.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I hope so. You know, the reason I kind of thought it was going to pass is kind of the way everyone's sounding. Everyone's kind of bracing for the worst. You know what I mean? The what if scenario.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For the sake of conversation, it does pass, right? All you got to do is put tape on to sell a gun in California.
Okay, so if it does pass, all the existing guns that are out there are unaffected, all the way up until 2016. Once January 1st, 2016 hits, every gun sold in California, that's only in California, will have to have that adhesive tape. So if you order, let's say, a gun from e-bike and you live in Texas, your gun will just get to you just with that blazing orange tip. No other tape will be on it. But if you live in California and let's say you order from e-bike and you live in Fullerton, then yeah, you're going to get a gun shipped to you with brightly colored tape on either the trigger guard stock, pistol grip, or magazine. Gotcha.
So the good news is it kind of sounds like almost similar to the current orange tip law. It has to have the blaze orange tip to be sold legally, but once the consumer has it in their hands, they can kind of do whatever they want with it.
Exactly. And if you're caught with it, you know, without that orange or the adhesive or whatever, then it's your own fault.
It's just
that's on you.
Because now if you get caught with, in California, now if you get caught with a gun that does not have an orange tip on it, it's considered a replica firearm, and you can get in trouble for it. So that's already in effect right now. So it's the exact same thing. So
just more tape.
Yeah, literally. So
yeah, you know, the more we talk about it, and to be honest, this is the first time I've really had this discussion with people that are in California that really know all the ins and outs of it all. It's not as scary as what it kind of was drummed up to sound like originally. You know what I mean? So even if it does pass, sounds like to me, everything's going to be okay. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's because also they amended it like 3 days before it went to the governor's desk, or 4 days. So these amendments are super recent. So it was going to be completely neon guns, and our lobbyists on the airsoft side for all of our big airsoft companies got them to come to an agreement that, hey, if it does pass, then here is a compromise that we can agree on. So we at least got that far, so even if it does pass, we don't have to have crazy colored guns if we don't want to. And it'll just basically be airsoft as normal.
Yeah, so that's hopefully that clears up that tweet that the NRA put out too about the whole airsoft industry rolling over and just giving in. We didn't roll over; we just compromised.
Mm-hmm. Because this is the third time that they've came after airsoft in California. So it's basically like, if we make this compromise, you'll leave us alone forever.
I dig it. Well, you know, and apples to oranges, you know, paintball went through it too. That's why they're called paintball markers now instead of paintball guns, right? I mean, so everyone kind of took their bruises and moved along. So
right. Yeah. Paintball just did it at a crazier scale. I mean, and they because I used to work for a paintball company. I used to work for Giant Sports. They own all the paintball airsoft fields here in SoCal, and I worked for them during the first fight with SB 798, and they were just like, this is just paintball all over again. The industry just needs to come together, make some compromises, and this can go away. Because they literally just gave up as much as they could. They were like, look, we'll make the guns brightly colored. We're gonna outlaw red paint, which they did. You can't, like, if you look around, you can't really buy red paint anywhere.
Is that right?
It's out there, but
I didn't know that.
But not a lot of retailers or big manufacturers will carry red paint because they don't want that blood effect. That's why you see paint in like neon, pink, orange, crazy, you know, predator blood colors, glow in the dark. And then also too, they gave up calling them guns. They called them markers. They distinguished them greatly from real guns by the introduction of the hopper and the tank.
Gotcha. Sorry, guys. I'm reading some of these comments here. Everyone's kind of chiming in on their interpretation of everything.
Oh, good.
Everybody's wanting to know. Here's a question though, real quick. First of all, Austin Garber, G.I. Joes are so swag. That is true. Me and Jet will agree with you on that one. But then some guys are asking, when are you guys going to come back to Kansas City? That's a question.
I'll be near there. I'll be landing in Louisiana.
That's not near.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
no.
I don't know.
That's not even close.
I just get on the plane and they take me to the airsoft, do my thing.
We'll probably be there sometime around a holiday, just since my family is there. It'll be, well, we don't know. We haven't discussed it, but it's basically been, we need to go visit my family again, and it's going to be probably sometime around the holidays. So maybe around after Christmas-ish.
All right. We won't hold you to it. We'll just kind of, you know, everybody in Kansas City loves you guys. So if you have the opportunity to drop by all the KC Fields, everyone loves you, man. Everybody loved it so much when you guys stopped by last time. So that'd be huge for sure.
We'll be stopping by together.
We got a two for going. All right. Moving right along. Good stuff, man. Leah, still working on the Sladies. Got future plans for more Hangout action. You've been blowing it up on the Google Hangouts on your Sladies stuff. What's your plans for that going into the future?
So we have a Sladies game coming up. It's this is a tentative date right now. We just had to change it, but it's going to be November 15th, and it's going to be a game aimed at basically ladies and newer players, and that's going to be at Warped Ops. So out here in California. We're going to be moving forward with some of that Slady stuff, and then I've got a lot of plans for just myself in general. There's going to be a few cool shows coming up. So tomorrow actually is going to be the first behind-the-scenes airsoft of me moving to California. So you guys can check that out on my channel. And then I'm going to be posting a bunch of just behind-the-scenes stuff of basically like our life, and then like hanging out with other airsofters. Like, it's just going to be sort of like an airsoft reality show.
So you guys are like the Shay Tards of airsoft now?
Yeah, that's such a weird name.
Minus the children.
No.
Yeah. None. Dogs? Yes. Kids? No.
All right. So yeah, so Leah, you left. You kind of went your own way from Spartan Imports. Yeah. So you're going to be working on some Sladies. Sounds like you got some private games set up with the Sladies thing. What's kind of your ultimate goal? Kind of going off on your own path now.
Well, basically, it's just to be able to be more independent, be more creative, kind of do my own thing. I'm really working on bridging the Airsoft and the real gun community together. So I've got a lot of videos or a lot of things in the works that are going to be coming out to do that. I recently got sponsored. If you guys look at, if you guys want to go to the interwebs right now, I recently got sponsored and picked up by Article 15. Article 15 clothing, Imbest 11X. Yes.
Very cool. Very cool, man.
A lot of videos with them. I've got some projects coming up with them in the future. So we're going to be building up my channel for both Airsoft and Real Steel, and I want to kind of combine them together. So going to be working on some Real Steel and Airsoft stuff, combining the two together. Just kind of want to bring everything.
We're going to shoot at Airsoft kids with real guns. That's how we're breaking it down.
Oh my God. Love it. Put it on a t-shirt.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
But, yeah, I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. Yeah, obviously, Article 15, most of the Airsoft community knows about them. Good stuff, funny videos they put out, cool t-shirts. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, Real Steel and Airsoft, that's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to replicate. So, yeah, that's a good agenda. I like it. I look forward to seeing more of that. Jet, back to you. Desert Fox Field. What's going on with that?
Nothing.
Is it kind of done? I knew it was kind of a thing. I didn't really hear much about it, and I haven't talked to you in a while, so I didn't know if that was still. I mean,
my field is still around. I just have in all honesty, I put my field on the back burner to focus more on YouTube. I do have a plan for it in 2016, but it's going to take me a whole year to get to even just phase 1 of the rebuild, the resurrection of my field.
Okay, cool, man. Yeah, and like I said, I hadn't heard about it much lately. I hadn't asked you, I hadn't talked to you, so I kind of.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it anyway. How's it going? You tell me.
Right on. All right, guys. Future op plans. What's coming up next for you guys? Now, are you guys kind of? I know you guys are. You're the duo, but at the same time, you guys are doing your own thing. What's the plans for ops that you guys plan on attending together? Ops or events you're going together and single? What's going on here soon with you guys?
Why are you laughing?
That's
a legit question. Like, so are they both going to be there, or is it just going to be one of them from now on?
This is crazy.
Not even making this stuff up.
Yeah, he's going to be gone. Like, he's going to be gone the next 5 weekends.
Yeah.
In a row, traveling to ops. I'm not.
Yeah, so if you're watching, okay, so I mean, even just on a normal day, tomorrow we've got to go to ASG. Then after that, we're going to be at Patriot Airsoft. I don't know exactly where that is. Right? Is that the name of it? Patriot?
Mm-hmm.
And then
indoor field.
Where are we going? Oh, Friday. Friday we'll be filming with Node, the guys who did the first Trouble in Terrorist Town. We'll be filming with Node on Friday. Then Saturday, I don't know what we're going to be doing.
Shooting my Article 15
video. Okay, then we're shooting another video. The weekend after that.
Then we're going to San Diego.
Yeah, Wednesday we'll be in San Diego. What's Thursday?
Then you're leaving for.
Oh, Thursday I leave for Ironclad. I return Monday from Ironclad. The weekend after that, what is?
GamePod.
Nope, I'm flying to GamePod for the Airsoft, the E-Bike Nation game. Then I'm flying back on Saturday. And then the weekend after that,
Milsim West.
I'll be at Milsim West. Is an entirely new production company that I'm going to go play at their game. I have no idea what to expect. I've heard these games are if you want immersion Like, these are the games. Like, I have a bunch of friends that go to these games, and they have their own personas for the game. Like, I'm going to be attached to a Australian SASR platoon. Everybody in the platoon has an Australian persona, and they're not going to break character the whole time.
Accent, everything fully like in character.
What?
Like LARP almost, like totally like accent and everything as well.
This is like Airsoft LARP to the max.
He's gonna be LARPing with Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, I want to LARP.
You should.
You call that a knife?
Yeah,
That's a knife.
That's not a knife.
Yeah.
All right, so, dude, I mean, you guys are crazy busy.
We may be going to Folded Gap together. Possibly.
Yeah, we might be going to Folded Gap together. We for sure are going to Faded together. Faded Giant in South Carolina at the GTI facility.
It's also my birthday weekend. That's honestly, this is how cheesy we are. That's Jet's birthday present to me. It is.
That'll be cool. I mean, that'll be cool.
No, Faded.
Yeah, Faded. Blech.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
I'm
Right.
going to Folded Gap.
We'll see.
Okay. Right on. So you guys, let me ask you this, Jet, Leah. Do you guys ever need a vacation, or, I mean, do you ever get tired of it? And I don't mean like to be cynical about it, but as crazy as the schedule you just kind of rattled off to me, do you guys ever feel like, okay, I'm done with airsoft for a minute, I need a break? Or, I mean, does it just come easy, and what do you think?
You answer that first.
This is kind of funny, because this is something that I was joking about with Jet today. Because I was like, well, because I was talking to him about interacting with all of our friends and stuff, and I was like, because what people don't get is everyone has a real life outside of Airsoft. And then I was like, well, wait, no, Jet doesn't have a life outside of Airsoft. Like, legit, does not have a life outside of Airsoft.
Biggest nerd on the planet.
Yeah, he like lives and breathes it. Like, wakes up in the morning and watches like YouTube videos. And that's really all he does. Like, he doesn't get sick of it that I know of. I have my days where I'm like, I need a break. Like, I want to talk about something. We had a hangout the other night, and I was like, okay, guys, I want to talk about something other than Airsoft, because that's all I talk about every day with him.
Right.
Every day. And but Jet doesn't get tired of it. That's his life.
Yeah, I mean, I do get tired of it sometimes, but so
I feel like you just get tired, like literally tired.
Like physically tired.
Like traveling so much, and you're like and not sleeping, and so then you're just literally tired, but not.
There are days where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do anything airsoft related, but I'll take a day off like every couple months where I really won't do anything too airsoft related. I mean, I'm still watching YouTube.
One day every couple months.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I really don't get burned out. I mean, I get mad like everybody else at the field over stupid stuff, and then maybe like if some time will go by, I'm like, oh, I hate airsoft. Forget airsoft. This is dumb. Hours later, I'm just like, oh, look at this cool video. Oh, let's go play again.
But to be honest with you, Nigel, I think part of the way to not get burnt out on it is to not have the direct competition that you have when you are a field or shop owner or manufacturer, because when you have all of that happening, it's easier to get burnt out because you're dealing with the not so pretty side of things. But when you just get to play all the time, it's
pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's like since I've moved here, I've been like, wow, Airsoft's so cool.
Right, yeah. Everyone's lovable. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to get into. Like, but for the small scale that I'm on, doing the indoor thing and doing my small YouTube project, it is a lot of work. And Jet, like, anytime I've ever seen you hang out off the field, you're always got your phone blowing up. You know what I mean? You're on Instagram, you're checking YouTube, checking Facebook, whatever, Twitter, all that. But I think when you wake up in the morning and you're like, some people are like, kicking their dog and trying to drink some cold coffee just so they can take an hour commute to a job, and you're getting ready to play BB Wars. I think that's kind of what makes or breaks it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's. I don't ever like wake up and I'm just like, oh, it's time to go to work. I wake up and I grab my iPad. I'm like, what's new in Airsoft?
Right. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the position to have for sure. Kind of not like Leah said. You're not doing brain damage, kind of beating your head against a wall with competition things. You're just kind of there for the game, and I think that's what's cool about you guys. And Leah, what you said there totally kind of sheds light on kind of why you moved away from Spartan Imports to do this. It totally makes sense. I think you did the right thing for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to have fun when you don't have to. I mean, he still has to worry about like constantly making new stuff that's going to entice people because everyone copies what's good, and so you have to constantly be coming up with something new.
We only have so much content to cover within our industry, so everyone's kind of overlaying with stuff like, I mean, for instance, player spotlight videos.
That happens.
Yeah, that's a thing that a lot of people do. Some more than others.
But yeah, so he has to deal with that. But for the most part, it's still like, woo, Airsoft!
Yeah. All right.
Fun stuff. Like since I've been here, I've been like, this is amazing.
That's awesome. That is awesome, guys. Before I drag this out too long, again, thank you for both your time. Again, also, I keep on seeing some comments. Yeah, it's official. Leah, the Airsoft Unicorn, and Jet, the Desert Fox, are a thing.
We're a thing.
That's a thing. Better than the other thing. All right, guys, I've got this lightning round. Yeah, there it is. There you go. Woo!
Yeah.
Would you? Did you want to take comments?
Let's see, and you guys chime in too, man. Let's take a look real quick. Let's talk to these guys.
Oh yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Is Jet Filipino? Yes.
Yes. No. Next question.
He's a whitewashed Filipino, but he's Filipino. I don't.
Did you see anything, Dials?
No, not really. It's people talking about paintball and SB-199 and if you're Filipino or not.
Question during every kind of show I do, like, or anything. It's always a question. I don't know what it is.
Crazy. So your last name, Jet, if you don't, I mean, everyone knows it. What is it?
It's Del Castillo.
Del Castillo. Now, that's Filipino?
No, it's not Filipino. It's Spanish, and the reason why. Okay, so there's two types of Filipino last names. You've got the Super Jungle Island Filipino last names, and then you've got Spanish last names because not a lot of people know this, but the Philippines was occupied by Spain for a very long time.
Right.
And a lot of people don't know is that so Spain owned the Philippines for a long time. Then America said, "Hey, we'll take it over from you," and the Spanish said, "Yeah, sure." Then the Filipinos and America went to war. There was a brief time period where Filipino people and Americans were at war with one another. And where am I going with this? I don't remember. But
I get it. Yeah. So I think I can help you out, man. My buddy Gil. I don't know. Have you ever talked to my buddy Gil Magapackle here? Owns longboards in Kansas City. Shout out longboards, delicious. Yeah. So
excellent. What is it? What did he bring to the 2-year for the Mac? It was amazing.
The wraps, dude. The wraps, the burrito type things.
Good. Yeah. I'm just gonna go to Kansas City just for that. Never mind Airsoft.
Jet approved. Longboards, good stuff, man. Gil's my boy, but I always, I kind of always mess with him about his last name, and he says, here's how you tell if they look Mexican but they have a Mexican last name with an Asian nose, they're a Filipino. That's what he always told me.
Everyone is asking like what branch you were in the military.
Oh yeah.
We're having a debate about it, and they're all. This is what's funny to us. So a little inside information is when we post stuff, and then people comment on it with answers for us. that were like, oh, really? I did not know that about myself. So it's really funny when people say, like, assume that they know things about us that we don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can answer that.
Okay.
Unicorn Fox. Looks like somebody's dubbed the new name Unicorn Fox.
The desert unicorn. I like the desert unicorn.
The desert unicorn. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Military service. I was a hospital corpsman in the United States Navy. And the reason. Okay, so. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Right. Hold that up. Okay, so this is my uniform. Now you're probably going, whoa, wait a minute, that's a Marine Corps uniform. Okay, here is the very brief answer. So I was a hospital corpsman.
Yes.
Now the Marine Corps, which is a department of the Navy, has no medical personnel. So they rely on hospital corpsmen from the Navy to cross over and be their medical staff. So you have corpsmen which are called, which are on green sides. So the Marine Corps side of the Navy is called green side, and the Navy part are the guys who sail around in boats and stuff is the blue side. So I was a green side hospital corpsman, and this is my uniform. This is my Fleet Marine Force pin. You have to earn this, and it's a bunch of tests. And
you should look it up on Wikipedia. I looked it up and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's
dude.
Earning this is a big deal for hospital corpsmen, and having a desert 8404 at the end of your name is a big deal too, which I do have, and I can prove it in my DD-214 and all my other stuff. So if you think this is stolen valor, come at me, bro. I have all my paperwork.
That happens.
That's awesome, Jet. Yeah, little tidbit of info there on Jet. That's awesome, Jet. Thank you for your service. Corpsman, dude, that's not like being a combat medic in the Army. From what I've heard, I come from somewhat of a Marine family.
It's more
corpsmen. They kind of get. Sorry. It seems like they kind of get it a little bit harder because they're not a Marine, so they're always like kind of getting picked on a little bit more to fit in. So they kind of have to. They really got to kind of flex their muscle a little bit to kind of be accepted. Is that true? Did you find that when you were in?
Actually, it's the other way around. As a FMF hospital corpsman, you have a lot of leeway to kind of do like whatever you want sometimes. There'd be times where I'd be at the battalion aid station and be like, all right, we got to do a bunch of cleanup and count these pills, and we got to do all this, and I'd be like, oh man, I need to go to security platoon and go do something with them because they needed me, and they'd be like, okay, go off and do whatever you're gonna do. Then I would get to security, the security HQ, and they'd be like, no, we don't need you here, but if you want to hang out, you can just hang out. The greatest part, and Chris Bass can attest to this, is going to the range. Going to the range as a hospital corpsman is the greatest thing in the world because you get to shoot a bunch of guns and shoot your guns and all this other stuff, and you don't have to pick up the brass when you're done. Everyone else has to pick up brass, and you get to chill in the safety.
It's so legit. Let me do this again.
No.
All right, guys. Let's get into it. We talked about this. I was wanting to do this lightning round, and I was going to have each of you guys do it individually, but I think the best way to do it is it's this or that type question. So it's either you say this one, you agree with this, or you agree with that. You got to pick one or the other. I think as soon as I'm done asking the question, you guys have to answer at the same time. So this is also going to kind of serve as a compatibility test to see if you guys are right for each other, because I think that's the real question everybody wants to know.
No, we're not.
We're not.
All right, so if you guys are ready, I'm going to start shooting you the questions. As soon as I'm done with the question, try your best to answer at the same time so we can see what's what.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go, guys. Relish or sauerkraut?
Relish.
Ooh. OD green or tan?
OD.
Tan.
Oh. All right. .20s or .25s?
2.5.
I don't know.
All right, let's keep it going. Keep it going. Takeout or dine in?
Dine in.
CQB or woodland?
Woodland.
Okay, here's a tricky one. Listen up. Keaton, Kilmore, Clooney, or Bale?
Bale.
Oh, I was still processing.
This is Batman actors from the movie series.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen any of the Batmans.
Oh, I thought it was just actors. I didn't even make that connection.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a nerd, dude.
Oh, I've only seen the newest one, so I would have to say Bale.
Oh,
okay.
Bam. Nailed it.
Filtered life.
Wake straight up or hit the snooze button.
Snooze.
I was gonna say.
You definitely snooze.
I snooze.
Yeah, you gotta tell the truth. All right. MP5 or MP7?
MP7.
Oh wait. Oh, MP7. What am I saying?
I don't know.
I was like processing like MP9 for some reason. Like, ooh, MP9.
Rattle can or keep it black?
Spray painting a gun.
Oh. I can't answer that one fast.
I'm kind of torn.
I like both. I would have everything. I want both. Both.
You got to pick one. You got to pick one of them.
Rattle can.
Oh, I was about to say rattle can.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I was starting to say the R. I was like, okay, cool. Excellent.
All right.
Good.
Velveeta or Kraft?
Velveeta.
Yeah.
Ranch or Sriracha?
Ranch.
Sriracha.
Ooh, okay. Didn't see that one coming.
He does not like spicy food. Terrible Filipino. I love it.
So this one might be confusing. Bear with me. Safety, surrender, or bang?
Neither.
Shoot to kill.
Yeah. Let the BB figure it out. Absolutely.
Oh, we both hate that.
Wintertime or summertime?
Summer.
All right. UCP or chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip. That's
It's the old 1990s desert camo.
Noob.
You'll have to show it. All right, last one. Laser or light?
Light.
Okay. There it is. You guys actually, I think there was only like 2 or 3 you answered differently on, so that's pretty good, man. That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Take the Dials 46 airsoftmatch.com.
Yeah, dude, I'll let you know. I'm going to start charging people for that one.
Airsoft lady.
All 12 of us.
We'll start, maybe start like a tender account for Airsofters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be...
It's nothing but guys looking at other guys, swiping whatever.
No, that would just be
Oh,
awkward.
maybe. I don't know.
Up and just be like, hi.
Right. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and kill it. Thank you for your time. I know it's getting late. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight, man, and sharing this news with us and on my channel. That's awesome. I feel humbled. Always good to talk with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's always great talking to you.
We like hanging out with you.
Yeah, especially during Insurgency Night. Look for yourself in the highlight video.
Oh, now it wasn't me when I ran in there and you're like, Dials, you came in at the wrong time. Was it that clip?
That scene right there.
Yeah, great. Hey, well,
look for all your mess ups.
Yeah, I'll be looking for that. But while I'm thinking about it, you know, we all get along really good. Leah moved in with you. I mean, you think I can come hang out for a little bit, just like maybe a month or so, or?
I think we can make some space. You can sleep with Zoe in her bed.
I want to put my guns on your gun rack, if you know what I mean. All right, guys. I'm going to cut out before it starts getting too weird. Always good talking to you guys. Thank you for your time. Miss Leah, the Airsoft Unicorn, and Jet, the Desert Fox. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye,
All right, we'll see you. Bye.
Oh.